but I'll be on it always, always and ever.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm going to be telling you guys another story time. This story time is very embarrassing, but I'm going to share it anyways, because at the same time it's like, it's okay, I don't really care anymore, but at the time I did. So let's just get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you can see every single time I post. I love you all. Let's get into the story time. So I've actually wanted to post this video for a while, but I was really unsure because I was like, should I? And I thought, you know what, might as well. So basically, we went to Turkey as a family. And it was so fun. I'd love to do it again. Honestly, I would go to the same place I went to again because it was so fun and it was just amazing. So we went there and we booked into our hotels. And with the booking, like with the hotels, we got a spare room given to us. But because we was in, you know, we only booked for like a, what is it? Like, you know when you go into a hotel, you can get like the really good fancy rooms with like or like you just get the regular rooms, like a normal room. We were originally in a normal room. So that means we would have the green wristbands and the orange ones, because the colour wristbands you got was, I think, related to your age and what room you're in. So I had the orange wristbands because I was 16 at the time. So I, you know, it was fun and it was going fine. And then we found out we were able to go in to like one of the best rooms in the hotel. So we were like, okay, that's weird. So originally my brother stayed in the expensive room, which that room was so fancy. The bathroom was it was so nice. It had like our own little pool out there, and there was like a couple of rooms like around that area, like just for that little pool and everything. Like if you had like a green wristband or orange, you weren't allowed in there, but if you had a blue one, you can. And because obviously they moved us up there, we were able to go in there. So originally, in the end, it was me, my mum, my stepdad and my sister in the like the best room there was, and then my brother was in just like the room that we were meant to go in anyways. So that was the plan. And then the next day I went down to the little private pool, because obviously the big pool is all the way down on a hill. Like, it's a big hill you got to walk up with all these rooms, and the big pool was down there. And I liked staying in the pool that nobody was really in it. Like, a few people, was like 5 people, but there was quite a few people down in the big one. And then I'm just sitting down and I'm in my like swimming costume, because we were getting ready to go downstairs anyways, because not all of the family that came were able to go in that room, because we got this room for free. And we didn't buy that room for a reason, because it was expensive, but the room was so nice. I can try and put a few pictures up of like the view on the screen now, and show you a little bit about what it was. It had like a little nice pool. It had its own little bar, and there was like over like 15 to 20 rooms in that little block, because obviously there's like little blocks of like the hotel like rooms. So you get it was named after the planets, like Jupiter, Saturn, just I forgot all the planets. But yeah, so that was it really. And then I went down there, and then there was this boy with his family who came the same day as we did, but I didn't know. So then I was just sitting by the pool and I was on the phone, and I don't know who I was talking to, but I was talking to someone. And basically my mum messaged me. I'm like, why is she messaging me for? Because she wanted to stay on the balcony. I just wanted to dip my like legs in the pool, and I'm just sitting here, and then like across in front of me, like next to me, were like the sunbeds. Then he was like sitting on the like end, and she messaged me, and I was like, why are you messaging me for? I looked on it, and I'm like, she was like, this boy is looking at you like a lot, he's checking you out. And I'm like, because obviously she was just like, you know, just saying that because, you know, but I looked and I actually saw him looking at me, so it was like awkward. And then I didn't really think of it much first, but then I started to notice that he was staring at me quite a little bit, which was odd, because you'll see later on why it is odd. So he was staring at me, he was like, you know, and it wasn't really any sort of interaction. It was just like looking at each other, and then like through the rest of the holiday, we would see each other every now and then, because obviously his room was like literally two floors above me? 2 floors above me. And yeah, so that's what happened. And then I was debating to like get his Snapchat, or I don't know, get his number or something. And I was very hesitant with it. And I was like, oh, should I not? So then anyways, so I actually met a group of people, like we made friends, all within my age group, in like, because you know when you go to a hotel you make friends, you know, you're on holiday. So I made friends with these people, and then we were just hanging out and this and this and that, and I saw him like a few times around. But then literally, I'm not even joking, towards the end of the holiday, a lot of the people went and only one of the boys were there. And I said, can you please go and get this boy's number, because he was about to leave. And I'm like, I'm so nervous. And he wasn't like he wasn't hesitant, but he was. At that point, I just got to the point that maybe he didn't want to anyways, because he tried to get this other girl's number and she wasn't really like into him in that way. So then me, don't know what possessed me to do this, I went towards where they were, like in the reception, and I was looking for them. Bear in mind, we were leaving the same day as well. We just was leaving at a much later time, not as earlier. So we are just like sitting around, you know, and I was looking at I was going to the reception. I was like, oh my gosh, because the hotel anyways closed like 2 days later, because it was winter time, it was October, so obviously they had to shut. And then I saw his mum, and I saw him in the shop, and I'm like, should I do this or not? I went up to his mum and I said, is that your son? She was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I want to see if I can get his Snapchat or not. And she was so sweet. She was so sweet. I was very embarrassed and shy, but he wasn't looking. Like he was just paying. I think he was paying for something. And then she was like, oh, sorry, darling, he's got a girlfriend and they're really well at the moment. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Then as I walked away straight away, and his whole family came out. I walked away and I was like this, like my hands over my mouth. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I was like, what the flip? But then I went outside and I sat down and I told the boy, saying I went up to him and asked him, but like I found out he's got a girlfriend. But his mum, oh my gosh, but I don't know, like I went up to his mum, and that's the difference. I think that's why it was more embarrassing. I couldn't go to the boy because I don't know what made me ask his mum, but I think because she was right there, and because she was waiting outside and he was paying and they were literally about to leave. So I was like, just wing it. Do it, YOLO. That was the mindset I had. You only live once. So I did it, and I was like, you know what? Can't believe that. So the whole holiday I was debating getting the Snapchat, and guess what? Didn't really work out. I was literally about to leave for the airport, but it was fine. I don't regret it, because I feel like if I didn't do it, I would have like been mad at myself to do it. But then it sort of boosted my confidence a lot more, because it's like, it takes balls to go up to someone and ask for their number, no matter if it's a girl or boy. It takes a lot of, you know, it was a lot for me, but I did it, and I'm really happy I did it, and I don't regret it. So if you want to go up to someone and ask for a boy's number or a girl's number, just do it. What is the worst that happens? They say no, and then you walk away and you never see each other again. It's not the end of the world. But with me, when it comes to relationships, I go for, if I feel like I've got like a really good connection with you, or I feel like we could develop that, I'm gonna want to see if they're willing, or they have, or feel anything for me in the same way. So I did it, and I remember before we left, I was like, oh my gosh, this was so hard. And I was like, well, what a great end to the holiday. But again, I wouldn't change it for the world. I really loved that holiday. It was so fun. And yeah, so guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little story time. It was quite embarrassing, but again, I don't really care. It's whatever. The mum was really respectful about it, and I just sort of went off with it and went off with the flow. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you all. Make sure to keep an eye on my content. I'm trying to keep up with it. If you want to see more of my content, then subscribe to my channel. It's okay if you can't, but I am going to be posting a lot more, as I have been trying to recently. But I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Bye.